The Agenda Project Action Fund is a progressive group that decided to show the Democrats how it's done when it comes to campaigning and making ads. So look at how they brutalized Republicans over health spending cuts.
Washington actually can cut spending.
The CDC says its discretionary funding has been cut by $585 million since 2010.
Cut. Less government. Cut.
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 Our budget has been flat since 2003. Responding to an emerging infectious disease threat, this is particularly damaging.
Cut.
That was the left hook.
Cut.
The right cross was the sequestration.
Cut.
The NIH saw its budget slashed by $446 million.
Cut.
There are outbreaks happening today that we're not able to recognize, stop, or prevent as effectively as we should be able to.
Cut.
Make a cut.
Oh my goodness. Is that your eye socket hanging out of your face? Oh, that hurts. I feel the burn from that ad. That's how you do it. That's how you play politics. Because guess what? They're not even really playing politics. What they're doing is they're pointing out the facts. There are a million articles out there today that say the head of the CDC released a statement where they said, okay, because of sequestration and spending cuts, that's why we don't have an Ebola vaccine right now. We would already have an Ebola vaccine if we didn't have our budget cut tremendously. And guess what? There's endless tape of Republicans saying, you know, we do need to do more cuts. Whether it's the NIH, whether it's the CDC, whether it's all these different government agencies that are very important in stopping the spread of infectious diseases, the Republicans are totally fine with cutting them. And now, when it backfires, the Democrats, what they usually would do is, and they're actually doing this now, is they don't mention it. It's like when they did Obamacare, and there were all these positive numbers coming out, like, hey, millions of people now don't get kicked off their health insurance when they hit a lifetime cap. And what did the Democrats do? Oh, that's positive, right? Cool. Let's move on. No, brag! The Republicans, if they did something good, they'll brag about it. Ha, look who got millions of people help. That's what we do. We help people. Vote for us. Ha ha. When the Democrats do something good, it's... And what do they need? They need a progressive group to come along and do the attacking for them, because... Look, when you're an outside observer like myself, that's my job. I analyze politics. I read the news. And you read these things like I read these things every day. Oh, the Republicans were in favor of cutting the CDC and the NIH, and then an infectious disease broke out and we can't fight it as effectively. Blame the Republicans. It's factual to say we should blame them for this. But the Democrats don't do it. And finally, we have an ad where they do that, where they're not, the Republicans will say, oh, this is dirty politics, this isn't fair, you're not playing nice. Total bullshit. Because what you're doing is you're pointing out facts. So usually when the Republicans attack the Democrats in a hard kind of way, a harsh kind of way, the tactic is good, but they're making shit up to do it. Because you can't really attack them in the same way we could attack you, because we're not as ridiculous as you are. But here we have an example where they're just pointing to the numbers from the news articles. Hey, look how much you cut it here. Hey, look how much you cut it here. Hey, look at the result. The CDC is saying, because of your cuts, now we're fucked with an Ebola vaccine. Okay? This is how you play politics. This is how you do it right. If you're a Democrat and you point out the facts and you rub it in the face of the Republicans and you educate the public. See, someone say this is purely scare tactics. No, it's not just scare tactics. It's also education, because those numbers are facts. They're facts. So teach the American people this, and then what happens? You're going to put them in a corner. They're going to go, oh, God, I can't vote in good faith and good conscience for the Republicans, because look at what they did with the CDC. Look at what they did with the NIH. Is this what we want to happen? I mean, if I'm scared of all these different diseases, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to vote rationally now. I guess I'm going to have to vote for the Democrats. This is how you do an ad campaign the right way. Democrats take notes, but I'm afraid they won't, even though they've been given a tutorial here by the Agenda Project Action Fund.